Let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hi everyone, SpiderTV takes you to Richmond Spider football practice during the so-called off week. I'm with Spider receiver Tre Gray. Tre, what does off week mean to you guys?
Nothing at all. It means a week of hard work and preparation. Gives us another week to get better for Richmond, not necessarily Elon, but go back to fundamentals and being sound with our techniques.
You know, that's something Coach Scott mentioned about this week, is that we'll talk about Richmond. What have you seen from that first game, from the Virginia game, both individually, you had a fine game with 8 catches, and also as a team and an offense to get better?
Start off with the team. It gave us an insight of what team we want to be and we can become. No one's happy with the loss, but looking back at the film and evaluating ourselves, we see that we're 1 or 2 things away from being a great offense and a great team and our defense. And that's what we're doing now. That's what this week is for, going back to doing what we do best, and that's taking care of our techniques, what we're coached to do, and everything like that.
In the game against Virginia, you were kind of the man when it came to receiving. And I know you like to be a group, that all of you in this together. But with extenuating circumstances, you were the guy Saturday against UVA. How do you feel you responded to that?
I wouldn't necessarily say I was that guy because there was 10 other guys participating. Aaron Court made a lot of great plays that didn't like nothing was going to happen. So I just caught the ball. As far as taking the role of being that guy, everybody plays a role. It's not just me out there, and we're just going to build on that.
Describe 2 plays for me. The first one, the very first play of the game. I know that's what you came out of the huddle wanting to do, that kind of naked bootleg and pass to you. Describe that first play of the first game of the season that went from Aaron Corp to Tre Gray.
It's a great feeling because you always want to get going. You always want that play to set the tone, and that's what happened. We want to pass the ball a lot, and that showed everybody that we can just go out there and make a play.
The other one was the one when you kind of tightrope the sideline, made a diving catch, and they reviewed it for what seemed like an eternity. Did you think you'd caught the ball? What was running through your mind?
Oh, I knew I had caught the ball. What was going through my mind is the first attempt, a Corp threw a back shoulder to me. I didn't think he would throw it. So I was getting used to it. So the second time I was like, I'm getting this one. So it was more of like being on the same page, and now we are. So I know what type of quarterback he is. He knows what type of receiver I am. So now it's going to work for the best.
And lastly, how much more dangerous will the receiving core be moving forward, knowing you'll have Kevin Grayson, hopefully at full strength, and Dante Boston back to join you as well?
Those 2, including myself, we're a great receiving core, and it's going to be a lot of competition between us and against the opposing team. So a lot of teams have a lot to worry about.
Latrell, this is the so-called off week. What does that mean for Spider football?
Well, it's a pretty good situation for us. It gives us an opportunity to take 3 or 4 days to get a little bit better. As a team, we're going to focus on Richmond the first half of the week, and the next half of the week we'll work on Elon some.
When you say focus on Richmond, you guys have had a chance to dissect that tape now. What is it you want to focus on the most coming out of that Virginia game and eventually getting ready for Elon?
I think, more so than anything else, we'd like to try to correct some of the mistakes that we made in the game and try to get some things fixed. Obviously on offense, we've got to convert third down a little bit better, and on defense, we've got to tackle better. So, we'll get a lot of reps of both of those things this week.
How about from strictly a health standpoint? It's only 1 game in, but you also had 4 weeks of preseason camp. How much healthier do you feel you'll be on September 18th than you are right now?
We'll be better. I mean, obviously we'll have guys back that didn't play this past week. We've got a few guys banged up now, but nothing significant, and everyone should be back for Sunday's practice.
Having an off week so early in the season, are there positives and minuses to that?
It's a positive, I think, definitely, because I think we know a little bit more right now about who we are as a team. It gives us a chance to prepare a little bit better. It gives us a situation where we can get some of those injured guys back. So, going into our home opener, we feel good about having the off week now.
How good was Aaron Corp in the coach's eyes, and how much better can he be with a full core, pardon the expression, of receivers when Kevin Grayson is healthier than he was Saturday and Dante Boston is back in uniform?
I think the sky's the limit for Aaron. I think there's so many people that don't realize that that's Aaron's second college start, and it's only the fourth college game he's ever played in. So, for him to go out and handle the situation the way he did was great. And obviously when we get Dante back and get Kevin healthy, we've got a pretty good receiving situation to go along with those running backs. So we feel pretty good about where we can be on offense.
Talk about correctable things on defense. How correctable is what you saw from Virginia? I know those guys weren't happy with the yardage that they gave up.
No, definitely not. Our defense has a lot of pride, and the first thing I told those guys on Sunday was that, guys, we won the toss and we deferred because I wanted to put you guys on the field, and if I had to do the same thing, I would again. I think, if you look at it, we had 14 guys on our team. That was the first game they had ever started, a lot of those guys being on defense. So we've still got the same amount of confidence in the defense as we did going into the game.
What will you do with a so-called off Saturday this coming Saturday with all sorts of college football around you, but no game for you to coach?
We're going to give the guys off Friday and Saturday, obviously come back to work on Sunday, and as a staff, we're going to give those guys Saturday off, and we'll come back in on Sunday, but I'm sure we'll find something to do football-related because that's in our blood.
How much college football will you watch Saturday?
I don't know how much I'll watch outside of Richmond, but I'm sure I'll spend a little bit of time on Richmond. I'll spend some time at home just, catching up on some things that I hadn't had the opportunity to do.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.